Hello and welcome back to the Weird and Proud Podcast. It's Sam and
Flannel James.
James in a flannel and a new hat that he got for Christmas.
Look at me.
Look at him. He's in all of his new Christmas
I'm in
stuff.
all my new Christmas gear, basically.
Wow. That shirt is nice.
I do like this flannel very much. It's very warm.
My dad got him the flannel.
Just had to take the doggos out, and I was like, it's chilly.
It's very chilly out
putting
here.
the flannel on.
I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy all the holidays. Yeah, do you feel like you had a good Christmas, James?
I thought we had an amazing Christmas.
We were a little nervous because we got hit with a big storm.
We wanted a white Christmas.
And that is what we got. We woke up Christmas Eve with a foot of snow.
Yeah.
Like over a foot of snow.
Probably
obviously, if you're following, you saw
with the drifts, probably more than a foot in some places.
In some of the places. It was honestly like kind of the perfect snow too, because it was really wet, thick snow. So it stuck to the branches and the trees, which just made for some really great photos, made for some good, some just Hallmark Christmassy vibes.
I'd call it a winter wonderland.
A winter wonderland, if you will. And then we got to host our first ever dinner, Christmas Eve.
I thought you did fantastic.
So it was like our first like real like holiday host. Like we had my mom and my brothers over for lunch one time, but this was like a big like Christmas Eve. We normally do up pretty big, and the pressure was on. But it was honestly couldn't have gone better. We did a little fondue, a cheese fondue,
not a fondant, fondue.
Right. James did a pot roast. And it was just kind of the perfect little Christmas Eve. And then we also did even breakfast too on Christmas Day. We were just like hosting son of a guns.
We were. And
we slayed the day. We slayed it down. So I just hope that you guys all had a really nice Christmas. I can't believe it's already over already. And now it's done.
It literally felt like Christmas for weeks,
Yeah.
And now that it's done, it's just like,
I know, and people do talk about, that was one of the things I was going to talk about. It's just like this depression that people do naturally feel after the holidays.
Oh, yeah.
To the fact where there is like a psychological things. A lot of people just like want it gone. Like kind of almost like, like
cut
a bad breakup. Yeah. Like, after it, it's like, get it out of the house. Like a lot of people are like next day, all their Christmas stuff is done.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I do like leaving it up for a little bit.
Well, I think especially for us, like where we are, like we need to like enjoy Christmas as long as we can and like hold out some sort of hope as long as possible.
Because the rest of winter is long.
Yeah, the rest of winter is so long. And it's going to be like based on what the weather has been, it has been so cold up here. Normally, obviously, Maine is a lot more colder than Connecticut. There's more snow. But it has been, we've had some really good cold fronts where it's like
we've got a real
negatives.
Winter going on.
We got a real winter. So God bless America. We have to find some ways. That'll be like, kind of a fun thing is trying to find ways to keep ourselves busy in January because of course we're doing dry Jan.
Yep.
We're doing dry January. We're doing, I'm going to kind of figure out this week exactly what I want to do for like meal planning exactly, for like a nutrition side of things. Whether it's like in previous years, I've done no sugar, like no processed sugar.
Okay.
So obviously like fruit is fine, honey is fine, maple syrup, in considerate amounts. But processed sugar done and like no like fried food. Like I try and eat as much whole foods as I can.
I like that one right there.
Yeah.
I say we do.
So it's not like too much pressure.
No.
If we do want to go out, because that is the thing, it is tricky because you want to also leave the house and when you want to go out to eat, it's tricky.
I always like a sushi night during this time. Sushi's a good,
life easy,
simple.
Some of the seafood restaurants where you can get seafood and like a side, but it's tough because you do like in January, like you want to find ways to like, get out of the house and get out a little bit for your own sanity so you don't get cabin fever, but also trying to do it in a healthy way.
I think that with the new farmhouse, we're going to have a natural enjoyment just being here.
I know. Well,
I think we get the courtesy for 1 year of total newness in a place.
Yeah, that's true. I know. And that is, I was just making my vision board. Hope everyone's, doing some sort. Even like I haven't done a vision board every year, but at least thinking about maybe journaling, writing down some things you want in the new year. I know I talked about the whole like solstice thing. Of course, I've still been doing it. I've been burning my little
Have you been burning your shit?
intention. Yep. Even though the one night I forgot was Christmas Eve because we were so busy that night.
Oh yeah, we were busy.
So I had to burn 2 the next day.
I think that's okay. The witches won't mind.
I think the witches. I think the Yule god will forgive me. But it is always nice thinking of something, even though, and I'm always reminded, technically, we really don't need to go too crazy on January 1st. It still is not technically the new year in almost every other cultural and times before us. They really celebrated the spring as like the new year.
Yeah.
A lot of even like a lot of other culture, like the Jewish people, I'm pretty sure theirs is also in like October or something, right? Or like in the summer.
Then the Chinese New Year is in.
Yeah, it's like almost every other culture.
Is it in summer? I think
yeah.
Chinese New Year might be.
Yeah. Anyways, I would like that way better than January. January is the worst month. So if we can get through January, it's one of the longest months.
Yep.
It's obviously for us like the worst weather here. It's going to be the coldest and there's no like Christmas fun to like play along with the snow. So we're going to get through it. We're going to have to like think of some creative ideas.
Well, we've talked about we go ice skating.
Yeah, we got to find ways to brave the cold and like get outside.
Yeah.
And leave the house.
Yeah.
Also, we'll have to take them on
dogs.
That new dog place that's opening. Apparently there's just an indoor restaurant that you can bring your dog. That I'm excited about.
Going to be very good.
Anyways, I've been yapping. I just wanted to catch up, just like, also doing some reflection because I had looked on previous years. We have done like a New Year's episode where we did look at like, our 10, top 5 memories of the year, top, places we traveled, top episodes. And, so I just dumped this on you.
This is Derry and Stranger Things.
Oh, those are your 2 things?
Those are 2 of my favorites this year. Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Of TV shows.
You said, I thought you said that was one of the things we went through.
Yeah. Like, any TV shows, places we travel, like any favorite memories from the year that like stick out, Anything. I mean, what we also have looking forward to is I was just going to say the Italy trip, which we're doing
Italy
again
last year, that was.
Right. That one was amazing.
Yep.
So definitely one of the best of the year. But it is nice. We have another one to look
Packer game.
Packer game. That was really fun.
And obviously Aruba because of snorkeling.
Aruba was nice, minus the sea lice that I got, or the hives that I broke out all over my body.
Oh, that's right. That was a kind of an after Aruba thing. It was Aruba adjacent.
Yeah. But a lot of good stuff. It was a big year. The farmhouse was probably the biggest.
Farmhouse might be the biggest one.
Yeah.
Best one.
One of the best ones. Yeah. That came out this year. And I'm excited for where it's going to take us. Again, there's so much to do and things to be excited about at the farmhouse in 2026. So more animals, more farm life, more 1800s, just living in the 1800s, more antiques, more weird shit to come your way in 2026. But let's get into it. I've been yapping enough. We have quite an episode for you. I do have some weird stuff. I have some world records updates.
Oh, I know no, really?
Yeah, just really wanted to know where the world records are at.
I have not been following.
We also have, of course, weird science. We have another animal that was a request.
I love requests. Thank you for whoever requested.
Yep. And of course, we have weird secrets. We have some good ones, obviously, off of last week. It, of course, inspired some people that have sent text messages they weren't supposed to, or sent, social media posts they weren't supposed to. Hopefully, you guys got to listen to the secrets from last week. That one, the one with the Snapchat, baby carrots, will stick with me.
Baby carrots was.
That's one. That's got to be one of the best ones of the year. So, all right, let's get into it. Oh, also, I wanted to say, for a weird watch, we did finished Pluribus,
which was good. I enjoyed it.
It was good. I'm gonna give, so it's around 10 minutes
Spoiler
right now.
alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert for like at least the next 3 minutes. Just keep skipping through for like at least 3 minutes. We didn't even get to talk about like the ending.
That's why we're doing it here for the people.
So if you caught up, there's 9 episodes. It's on Apple TV, and it's basically about this world that gets infected. The Earth gets infected with this virus that's apparently comes from what we're seeing, like some sort of alien spaceship from
600 million light years away.
Yep, from another world. And this virus basically makes everyone have this hive mind mentality.
It changes our genes through using RNA.
Yep.
And it gives you, a hive mind. Good description.
Yeah. So that pretty much everyone on Earth, except for, I think it was like 13 people
at the beginning, 11 or 12.
11 or 12 people are infected with this virus that basically, it's not even really a virus. It just, affects like their brain. Yeah.
Which is a virus, has an RNA code.
Yeah,
so
technically.
Similar.
They all think the same. They all have this collective mindset. They're all doing things for the greater good. It's like they all literally, there's no individuality whatsoever.
If somebody across, if somebody across the globe is doing something, you inherently know they're doing it. And if you focus your attention towards that, you can see what they're doing, understand what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right. And so like even the average person has the knowledge of a surgeon or a pilot.
They all share the same brain, basically, almost. And there are these 11, 12 people who have not been affected by it. One of them, this main character that you're following along most of the TV show. And she's, of course, really against it. She's trying to find a cure, trying to save the world. And a lot of people have been discussing that really this, the hive mind that people refer to is a lot of kind of what AI is.
It's interesting. That's an interesting viewpoint.
That it's kind of killing individuality. It's making everyone have this, it's condensing everything.
We all get all of our information from the exact same thing.
Yep. And they thought, the biggest example was that girl, and I don't know what village she was in, but she was in, a village where she was one of the only ones, one of the 13 or 12 that hadn't been affected. And she decided that she wanted to join the hive mind. So they give her the potion or whatever so that she can join the rest of the world. And as soon as she joins, they stop playing along with her culture. So that kind of culture almost dies immediately. And you kind of see it in real life. They're singing the song when she's about to take the potion.
Yep.
And then as soon as she takes it and she switches over to them, the entire
no individuality. Not even individual cultures.
Yeah. Even they say the goat, she was holding this goat before she joined the hive mind, and she had
petting
this relationship
a baby
and petting.
Yeah.
And as soon as she joined the hive mind, she forgot about
she didn't
even care about it.
No,
it's not the baby goat. Anyways, I thought that was interesting. I was like, yeah, that was a really good example.
I see some political undertones with it, right? And I'm not going to dive deep into that. Same with AI. Anything that creates
a cult,
unoriginal thought.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is just robotic thought.
Yeah.
Which there's really good parts in life that can be good for robotic thought.
Right.
Because there's a lot of good things that these hive mind people, these hive mind people also, don't forget. By the way, for those 3-minuters, I know we went way over that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
sorry.
we probably should have told them.
Yeah, we'll wrap up.
We're still, the hive mind people, they can't kill things. They can't lie to each other. They can't, there's a bunch of stuff that they just don't do that just comes with part of being human, right?
Yeah.
They can't do any of that. And that's an interesting take on all of this, right?
Yeah.
But again, back to kind of no individuality.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm excited to see what the next season will be. So that is one.
What else did people talk about with the ending?
Well, I mean, that I just saw the real discussion about it being AI.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
I mean, I guess the ending, we'll stay tuned to see what happens.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't want to give away too much.
Well, that was the season finale, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, also, sorry, my note, Heated Rivalry. If you guys are not watching, it's a show that everyone is talking about right now. It's on HBO. And it's based off of a smut book.
Okay.
And it's about these two guys, these hockey players.
Okay.
Who, are very like masculine and forward facing, straight, very like big macho looking guys. And they secretly are banging.
Oh, really?
They like have this love affair. And it's very pornographic, like many things on HBO these days. What isn't pornographic? But
Skin to win.
Skin to win. But they're doing it. And of course, it's a great show. It's, I still am only a couple episodes in. I don't know if you would be crazy to watch it, but I would love to see what your thoughts are, James.
Yeah.
I should have just had you watch it and didn't say anything.
Yeah.
About what the premise is.
That's fine.
Let's make James watch it. I'll get his reaction. But everyone's talking about it. That's the other.
Why do you think I wouldn't like it?
Well, it's some butt sex. Two guys banging each other. You like watch that?
I mean, I don't hate and or
feel
either
a
way.
certain
I have
way.
no. Yeah, it's part of a TV show.
Yeah.
I don't like watching people get murdered, but I watch a lot of murder shows.
True.
No different.
There's a lot of it.
There's no different.
Yeah, and they're doing all these different terms that I didn't know. Do you know what frauding is?
No.
It's when you give a hand job with two penises at the same time.
Interesting.
So you get to watch that.
You learn about a new culture.
Exactly.
I like documentaries.
That's what I was like. I feel like I'm learning a lot, Okay, moving on. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so the world record holder. So, of course, like I said, there are a couple topics that always catch my eye. Speaking of wieners, they gave a guy a Guinness World Record for having the world's smallest wiener.
Baby carrot.
And this is a real thing that they actually did end up giving him this award. Well, it is kind of a crazy award to get. But this guy, he's from North Carolina. His wiener is under 3 inches.
Okay.
Fully.
Got it.
Hardened. And he's 36. His name's Michael Phillips. And he said, obviously he struggled with it for a long time. He really does have an actual medical condition called micropenis. That is an actual medical condition. And that's one of the reasons he wanted to get the world record, was to spread awareness about it.
See, I think that takes a lot of strength. I think that's kind of impressive.
Right.
Good for him.
Right. And funny enough, 0.6% of the global population has micropenises. Huh. And it literally is a condition. It's usually the result of fetal testosterone deficiency. And they literally, a lot of times they discover and medically diagnose it in infancy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Weirdly enough.
See, he's already spreading awareness. Good for him.
Right? So obviously he talks about his biggest challenge is having a relationship, and he's still a virgin, if you can believe it. No, that's mean. But he said he's had some really mortifying experiences with guys in the locker room.
Oh,
of
I'm
course.
sure. That'd be
can you imagine?
When you're, especially if past junior high is one thing, because a lot of people are still going through puberty.
Yeah.
But in high school,
yeah,
that would be
rough,
real rough, especially sophomore year where you've got juniors and seniors on sports teams. Yeah.
Kids can be so mean.
That would be bad.
But he says, I think the biggest misconception is that if a guy has a small penis, he just has a small penis, and there might not be a medical thing going on, but most people need to be aware it is a medical condition. And you can choose to be happy just being here in this great world. I choose to be happy in this great world that I live in. And I love, finding other people who shares the same problem, and you can see how understanding and surprising people may be.
That's lovely.
Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, really just, again, taking your power back. It's kind of like the big mouth thing, It's
that's exactly what it is.
At least if you're going to have a small penis, have the smallest in the world.
And go and let people know.
Yeah, and be proud of that little penis.
Yeah. Because
it's not all about the penis.
No.
You can do other things, and that's what a lot of people are also talking about with this heated rivalry thing. It's not always about penetration. There's so many things you could do.
Always options.
There's always options, you guys. Okay. So just think outside the box. All right. And think about Michael Phillips. If you're ever having a bad day about your wiener, you could be Michael Phillips. Michael Phillips. Rough day for Michael Phillips. Okay. Are you ready for another big headline coming out of 2025? This is a list that I always love to share whenever it comes across my desk. And this is a list of the craziest things that people stuck up their butt in 2020.
This is important. This one is
groundbreaking data. Really important. And funny enough, actually, the government does track this. And even the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission also tracks this. And they ask that the ER at hospitals literally report it.
Of course.
Because
they got to know what's going on.
Right.
Their job is protect consumers.
Right.
Don't put these up your butt.
Yeah. Which is so wild that they really need to tell people. But they say some of the craziest things this year that are on the new list is number one, an entire baseball. And they tried to write what the reasons were. And the reason given for this was, quote unquote, to see what it felt like. I can't blame them. Uncooked pasta. Dryer sheets. That's crazy. A sandal.
Were they trying to like make sure their farts didn't stink?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Rocks, classic.
What did they
marbles,
say? What did
classic.
the sandal? Did they have the notes on the sandal person?
They didn't have the notes on the sandal, but they do have the notes on this one. Beard clippers wrapped in plastic.
Like a vibrator?
Yes. But yeah, like the actual like beard clipper. Reason given, I was feeling constipated.
I'm trying to shake it loose.
Yep. Uh-oh. Prue. Speaking of, someone's
prudence.
A shampoo bottle. Reason given, slipped in the shower. Of course. Doubtful. An aerosol can. I feel like that's probably seen a lot. Reason given, was bored. Yeah, lots of course, lots of dildos. The biggest one was 24 inches.
Holy shit.
Did that like go through your esophagus?
Yeah.
Come out your mouth? Holy shit. A light bulb, glass side first. Reason got curious, then the bulb got sucked up due to the suction vibration. Gotta love it. Vape pens, toothbrushes, of course, all that kind of stuff. But they say the funniest thing is, of course, just like people trying to give the excuse or like the reasoning, because of course it's just
the
people
reasoning
are
is the best one.
Yeah, like people aren't going to
Maine in January,
right? And a lot of people saying they can't remember. A lot of people I can't remember how it got up there.
Oh my god! This
was like a doctor in a Chicago emergency room. He was talking about how a man came in who had inserted a full-size pumpkin spice Yankee Candle. And when he asked him, he literally said, I don't remember. I don't know. I have no idea how it got up there.
I mean, if drugs or alcohol, like an insane amount was involved.
Maybe. But like you woke up the next day and you had no idea. Like you're just like, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
I also would tend to not believe that.
Yeah. Well, and he says, it's really hard for things that are really big. You can't just reach there and grab them out. Like if they actually go all the way inside, like there is a suction.
Yeah.
That happens. And that's why so many people, end up in the emergency room because they really have trouble getting it out. So you always want something at the end that you can hold on to. Be safe, people. Stop putting shit up your ass that doesn't belong.
That's what I was just going to say. There are things that are made at very simple sex stores that if you want to do that,
right,
go get one of those.
Right. Also, it is crazy. So they said from 2014 to 2024, so about 10 years, over 40,000 people in the U.S. went to the emergency room for things up their ass. That's a lot of people.
How many years is that?
Wait, 10 years, and it was, what did the article just say?
So that's
over 40,000 people.
So that's more than one a day.
More than one person a day is one person today stuck something up their ass that sent them to the ER. Okay. We need to spread awareness about this. I think this is important work that we're doing here.
Wait, how many?
So 40,000
It was
in
10
10
years.
years.
40,000 in 10 years?
Yeah.
No. That's like 10 a day.
Oh, 10 a day.
So over 10 years, there's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
Right? 10 times 365 is 3,650.
So people really,
if you take
that's
40,000
so and that's
people,
just in America. That's not even around the world.
Yeah, I was off by a factor of 10. That's almost 11 people a day.
Are shoving shit up their ass and getting sent to an emergency room. You guys, it's not worth it, okay? Think before you plug. Think before you peg, okay? And I feel like I did a good job at really getting some of the biggest hidden stories, you guys. And
the descriptions with them are the best.
Also, there was this other thing that I can't remember if I've talked about this, but this woman was going viral. I was trying to look at what was kind of going viral this week. Of course, it's a lot of Christmas stuff. It's a lot of New Year's stuff. But this woman went viral for, like, she went on social media and said that she doesn't get her grandkids anything for a present for Christmas. Instead, she gives them $25 to put in like an investment.
Yes, that's awesome.
And, people are like, had thoughts, opinions on her doing that, which is so crazy. Like, regardless, that's an amazing thing for anyone to do.
That's very smart. Yeah.
So that's still a lot of money.
That's good stuff, Grandma.
And I thought that was what my dad did for me. But my dad started doing that for me at age 13. And that was probably one of the best things my dad ever did for me in my entire life. I hated it when I was 13.
Of course.
I hated it. I thought it was so dumb and I was pissed. But now looking back, that was the best thing and it set me up for so much success. And that seriously, like, I owe it to my dad for doing that.
That's why I agreed, Grandma. That's a great thing to do.
So smart.
Yep.
Because it taught me the value of like investing money and how much money can grow. And it was really smart. My dad at age 13. So then for every birthday, like, it would kind of grow. I think in the beginning it was like $50 or something. Yep. And then as I got bigger, in college, I think he gave me like $100, but he would let me do the whatever stock I wanted to put it into. Yep. I did all the research. He said, I'll give you this money. You can put in any stock you want. You do the research on it. You can watch it. I'll give you like the login to watch the stock. And then once you're 18, you can take it out, do whatever you want with it. But my hope is that you'll just continue to grow it, which I ended up doing, of course.
Because you learned by then.
Because I was like, damn, this is it. I had like over like $3,000 by the time I graduated college.
No, let that ride.
And because the stocks I invested in were Apple and Amazon.
Yeah, there you go.
Which, helped a lot.
Yep.
But anyways, I thought that was interesting. And I, again, completely agree. I was actually going to make a video on that. I was like, that was seriously one of the best things my parents ever did.
Go Granny.
Yeah. Very, very smart. Anyways, that's my thoughts on that. James, I want to hear what you got going over. What animal are we talking about today? Actually, I already technically know, so I don't know why.
But
for
where we're talking about the animal is it's the Science Corner. Hope you stayed up late.
Hey.
It's the Science Corner. It can change your day.
Woo.
Science is fun questions made by you and me.
Yeah.
Let's start the Science Corner with curiosity. Kind of got that one. All
Gorgeous.
Right. So tell me about the origin of this question.
Okay. So again, we love when you guys give suggestions. What are things you want to hear? Someone was saying, what about a Maine Coon cat? Okay. And for those who don't know, it is a domesticated cat.
It is.
Nowadays. The title is a Maine Coon. Big, fluffy, beautiful cats. And I also was saying, we had also talked about maybe doing Fisher cats. Did you end up doing any research on that too? Or have any like side
started kind of.
theories?
I didn't read them, but I found the articles I wanted to go through. But then you told me the Maine Coon, so I pivoted.
Yeah.
I'll try and always take somebody, especially a weirdling suggestion over something
I didn't know how much info you found on this, but no, I'm excited. So anyway, so that's where it came from. Again, you can always, like, some people just call in and leave a voicemail too about a topic they want. You can do that. Totally fine. Anyways, yeah.
So evolution, if we're going to tell the story of cats, kind of like we did with dogs and wolves a little bit, let's talk about kind of where cats in general came from. Cat the cat family that we know as house domesticated cats probably branched off about 10 to 15 million years ago for the first cat-like mammals, right? The first ever cat-like mammals were probably their dates back to around 30 million years ago. And again, in the time of evolution, 10 to 20 million years isn't much.
How long ago was that? Time doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe in time.
So think of having $30 million versus like $10,000.
Oh, okay.
Just think of time like money then.
Oh, okay.
So 30 million years ago. Is that
still
a long?
All like a lot.
That's a long time ago.
But 30 million years is when the cats were domesticated? Really?
Nope. They're probably not domesticated because there probably weren't even humans evolved. Yep. But the first cat-like mammals started appearing about 30 million years ago. The ancestors of those cats started dividing off, like you have big cats, and then they get smaller eventually, right?
Yep.
Through mating and size, about 10 to 15 million years ago. But back to what we were saying, the first real domesticated cat started around 10,000 years ago, right? So around, 8,000, 9,000 BC, somewhere in there, right? That's around the time that humans were really starting to figure out how to grow plants and store grains, right? That was one of the big reasons why humans we
get
started
mice out, rodents.
Yes, that's exactly what it was, right? Cats started figuring out, just like how dogs came over, they were usually the docile dogs, or they were the dogs that were having problems, that they were just weaker than the other wolves, right? They were more docile, so they came over, and when a docile dog mates, that same docileness it kind of goes with it. So these cats absolutely started going around the grains, and then at that same time, around 5,000 years later, Egyptians really did. It wasn't just the Egyptian culture, but they were the most famous ones that did kind of revere the cat. It was kind of like almost a god-like creature, right? And then that's around a little before that is when humans really started figuring out how to travel around the world. And on ships, you bring grains and things where there's almost always rats. So cats were a natural thing to bring on the ship, right? Very low maintenance animal. They hunt their own food. You just got to give them some water. So having cats around was a really big part of that. Burial site in Cyprus was some of the first archaeological evidence of humans and cats living side by side. So that's somewhere around ancient Egypt, maybe parts of Greece, right? But then when we want to talk about the Maine Coon, why I brought all that up is in all these cat travels, the Maine Coon was actually probably domesticated from Southwest Asia into Europe. And the actual Maine Coon probably came from also another snowy, cold area, probably somewhere that the Vikings lived, like in they didn't say exactly, but somewhere, Norway, Sweden, northern Germany, right? That's where very much a lot of the Vikings lived.
And the cats came over on a ship?
Yep, exactly. And it's a well-known fact that even before Columbus landed here in Canada, somewhere outside of Nova Scotia, I believe it is, that's where Vikings first landed.
Yeah.
And so easily could have brought these Maine Coon caps over.
Oh.
That's why the fluffy fur, they're some of the best mousers. They're very, very strong. They can stay warm in colder temperatures better than a lot of other cats. Again, if other cats are coming from Egypt, wasn't a lot of cold there at that time. Right? So these cats had, over time, developed exactly what they needed to become Mainers.
The cold.
To become Mainers. They are not, a lot of people, I found one rumor that I'd never heard before. Have you ever heard that Maine Coons may come from a raccoon?
No.
Absolutely, they don't. And I don't know where that would have come from.
No.
Yeah, the raccoon hybrid myth. I don't know if it's because it's just called a coon or why.
Maybe.
I didn't really find much. I didn't look up a whole lot.
I know. Why do they call it a Maine Coon?
You know what? That's one of the first things I probably should have looked up, but I was so interested in the genealogy of everything.
That's kind of what I stayed focused on.
Yeah. So, it is also the state cat of Maine, right?
State cat, of course.
Yes, of course it is.
Of course it is.
I'm going to see if I can find something in the name.
It is funny.
The transition from, adorned and glorified. It was a barn cat. That's one of the things that they were most known for. Is they were literally called barn cats. The first mention of the Maine Coon is in Francis Simpson's The Book of the Cat in 1902, with a whole section dedicated to this very old breed itself.
If you guys haven't seen Maine Coon kitten, you need to look it up. Maine Coon kittens, they're literally like balls of fluff. They're so fluffy. And funny, like, it's hard to find a Maine Coon cat in Maine because they are such great cats. They're also huge. Like, if you ever see like some of these really, really big cats, they're normally a Maine Coon cat. And like, they're normally bred. You know, like if you want to really get a Maine Coon cat, you normally have to go to a breeder, which some of these cats, these breeders are insane. And you can get just as good of a cat.
Rescue cat.
Rescue.
I have I mean, I wonder if our cat Seraphina has some Maine Coon. I don't know.
I know. That'll be interesting the day when they do like ancestry DNA for cats.
They do, don't they?
Some, but a lot of it they just don't know as much. Like they need to get more data, I feel like, because like so many of them now have just become domesticated house cat.
And did you also know, I was looking for this fact, did you know that Maine Coons can have polydactylism?
Oh yeah, they have, which is the double thumb.
Double thumb, extra thumb. Extra I think they say paws or extra toes, they call them.
Yeah. Yep.
And we went here when we were in what's the southern part in Florida that I love? The Keys. Ernest Hemingway's house. Ernest Hemingway had a lot of Maine Coons. Remember we were there around all the kitties? Yep.
That's tough for Florida, but cats do love the heat too.
Yep. So
naturally,
I did not find exactly why they were called Maine Coons yet.
That's okay.
Do you have any other questions about them?
No, that was just, love to see it. Also, as a reminder, cats are predators. As we're saying, they love to hunt. That's why it can be tough to your natural environment outside if you let your cats permanently outside without a barn to chase mice in. They will devastate your local bird communities. I mean, all types of stuff. Bats.
The coon part of the may come from the raccoon theory from a long time ago.
That they maybe thought it was.
So they call them coons. Yep. Huh. Or a barn cat, raccoons love to go in the barns looking for chickens too. They could have mistaken them for a raccoon of thing.
That makes sense.
I wonder. That's a few.
Huh. Interesting. And then I'm sure too, then when you were saying the Fisher cat, like we were talking, like it's probably just the same kind of idea.
Fishers aren't cats.
Oh, they're not?
No,
they
don't
come from a cat?
Cats, no.
Where do they come from?
The Fisher cats are more, I believe, I don't think they're necessarily in the rodent family, but I don't believe that they're in the feline family.
Oh.
We'll go through Fisher cats one of these times.
Okay, interesting.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if you guys everyone has Fisher cats, but they're pretty vicious up here.
And they're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're look like they would be really cute. Like it looks like it would be an animal I'd want to cuddle. It's always so sad.
Free-ranging domestic cats have probably been involved in the extinction of at least 60 vertebrate species.
Yeah.
Yeah, cats are like ultimate hunters.
Yeah. And
speaking of, there's Puppy.
There's Puppy. She's being crazy. She's so zoomylicious today. Anyways, thank you so much, James. That was a beautiful science corner. Thank you for your suggestions. If you have any animals or just any other science things that James should look into. Yes, have your cat spayed or neutered. Have it indoors.
Just go get them rescued. They're wonderful.
You don't need a Maine Coon. Let us know. Let us know what you guys want to hear from James. And without further ado, I think it is time.
Thank God.
For secret. Yes, that's right. It's time for secrets. Where you guys call in with your weird secrets, weird family traditions, weird things have happened to your family. Whatever, you see as weird, call us in. Let us know. We have been obviously talking a lot about animals. We've been talking last week. We were talking about like accidental whoopsie daisy text sent or things posted that you shouldn't have posted. We're always talking about poop. We're We're always throwing out ideas. But if you want to call in, it's always anonymous. You can leave up to 2 minutes and you can call into
SpeakPipe.
So it's speakpipe.com/weirdandproudpod. Again, speakpipe.com/weirdandproudpod. And we have this first one, James. You're going to like be so excited about this.
Already am.
This is an ecologist.
Oh, I'm super excited.
So, and I think you're really going to like what she has to say. So without further ado, this is just kind of a little one-off for James and a weird ecologist out there. Here we go.
Hi, Sam and James. Love the show. Just was listening to your latest episode, and I had to call in after listening to James's Science Corner. So I just wanted to add about wolves. You guys used to live in Connecticut. I'm actually from Connecticut. In a lot of these Northeast states, we are potentially facing a future without mature forests, which is basically the majority of the landscape out here. So it's really crazy. A lot of environmental conservation agencies trying to work to manage the land and basically create young forests deliberately. So everything's all out of whack, and I appreciate you guys trying to make more people care. So I actually work as an ecologist for an environmental conservation agency in the Northeast. I'll just leave it kind of vague. But my work pertains to making sure that fish can migrate to their headwater spawning habitats. So they might like live in the ocean for the majority of their lives, and then they come up to small streams that are inland to reproduce. But the problem is we have a bunch of old small dams and undersized culvert and bridge structures that are essentially impassable barriers for fish. So, and this has cascading effects like there are species like freshwater mussels that depend on the fish to move around in the stream systems as well. And I would just love to see James dive into that if he is interested. Anyways, I will try to keep this short. So love you guys. I look forward to the next episode. Bye.
I thought you would get like a science boner from that.
Definitely. I feel very actually honored that somebody of that education level would want me to go through something like that. And I will be more than happy to.
I mean, literally right up your alley.
I mean,
conservation, ecologist.
In kind of adjacently related to what she does. One of my earliest memories, my uncle was an ecologist.
Yeah.
One of my earliest memories is walking what's called a watershed. And you may see signs, maybe just awareness, right? You may see a sign that says part of this watershed or the city watershed.
Yep.
Well, water that runs into oceans and or rivers, and she works with rivers, right? She talks about human barriers, but also pollution can be a barrier. And
stop polluting.
We grew up where I grew up in farmland in Wisconsin. So many different pollutants were, especially back in the 80s when I was this age, right? All kinds of different pesticides and things would be sprayed, or fertilizers were used, and things would run off into the rivers. And part of my uncle's job was to find out where these pollutants were coming from and how to help keep the rivers clean. So we'll definitely talk about this stuff more. Thank you so much for that calling in. That was amazing.
So important, especially with the growth of AI. And I don't know if you guys saw, like, the growth of AI has like basically
there's going to be so much more with that.
I know. And so it's just so important to keep our water clean and just to learn more about this, be open-minded. I know it's not the most exciting.
This is a shared environment. This is not ours.
This is our world, Mother Earth.
It's not ours. It's Mother Earth. It's not our world.
Well,
we don't own the thing.
No, true.
We're just here.
True. We're just here. We're just renting it for a little bit. Not even renting it.
We got to take care of it, or we're not going to get the security deposit back.
We're not.
We're not getting the security deposit back
anytime soon. But I love that it's so Little Big Farm. Again, I cannot express the need for everyone to watch Little Big Farm. How everything just works together, and how it's important to have balance and unity in the world. World peace. Okay, moving on.
That was gorgeous. Thank you for sharing that one.
Yes.
You didn't tell me about that at all before.
I know. I wanted you to just naturally get your
love it.
science boner on.
We'll have that ready for next time.
All right, here we go. We have another family group chat. Whoopsie daisy.
Oh.
Here we go.
Hi, Sam and James. I am listening to your show right now and hearing about the woman's husband who uploaded the photo of his genitalia to Snapchat. I have something similar to share. So, when I was first dating my husband, he was away on a work trip and we send each other very sexy photos, as one does. And I had something happen with my couch, and I messaged my sister in our family chat thinking, someone would be able to help me get this stuff off my couch. It was basically like I got this glue on my couch, not important. What happens next is I write a message in the family chat, which is my mom, my sister, my brother-in-law, his brother, and his father. And I proceed to say, I need help with this. Can somebody help me? And I attached a picture of myself finger blasting myself. It was great. My husband was very pleased with the photo, but I don't think it was necessary to go to my family group chat. So yeah, my sister's like, you need to delete that. And I was like, oh my God, nobody else opened the chat. What the fuck? And then her husband opens the chat and she's like, you need to delete it. And if this was before messages, you could delete the photos from the chat or delete the messages from the chat. And so she ended up having to delete the entire chat, and only her and her husband saw the photo, and Merry Christmas, I guess. And yeah, so the next day she deleted the chat completely.
That's epic.
That's why you always got to triple check when sending photos, because
that is fantastic.
You just never know. Prue is being really, I think Prue wants to go downstairs. I don't know what is Prue is. I don't know if you guys can hear her
lost
whining.
her bed.
Oh, Peach stole her bed.
It's
That's
okay,
so
boo-boos.
mean.
We're done
It's
in a second. We're done soon.
We got one more. And this is, okay, so one of the other things we talked about on last episode was about poop knives.
Poop knives.
And the need for a poop knife. If you're not familiar, a lot of apparently this is a thing that people do. They share poop knives in the bathroom, where if your poop is too big, you can cut it so that it goes down easier is the idea. And some girl is sharing her experience with a poop knife. Here we go.
Hello, Sam and James. Your poop knife story reminded me of a story when you asked James if he's ever used a poop knife. I have not used a poop knife, and you mentioned, you must have some digestive issues or maybe a really good high fiber diet. So I did a bodybuilding competition years and years ago. And when you do this, you have, a great reduction of calories and carbohydrates. And usually after, you go eat some delicious food. So my competition was in Vegas. I ate some delicious food. My best friend was with me. I also brought Quest bars with me. Okay. Now, Quest bars aren't every person's ideal food they want to eat post show. But they're delicious and sweet. And if you've ever had one, you get it. So whatever, I end up eating a ridiculous amount of these, and there's 17 grams of fiber in one of them. So let it be known, your girl took a big pooperooski, and we're in a hotel bathroom in Vegas. I had to literally call my best friend in because it looked like a baby's arm. And I did need a poop knife. We literally did have to get a plastic knife and literally cut it to get it down. And yeah, I see if you have massive dumps like that all the time, a poop knife's necessary. But if you're constantly needing a poop knife, please don't eat so much fiber.
So you did use a poop knife.
That's fantastic. You made a poop. You MacGyvered a poop.
Your own poop knife.
You MacGyvered a poop knife. I way back in my fitness-ish days, I did literally. There were days where I'd almost live off Quest bars because you're just moving around so much.
Yep.
And when you get a snack, oh yeah,
they really have that much fiber in them.
Some of the older ones do, I think.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy. That's a lot of fiber.
They can pack a lot of things in your stomach. And like she was saying, when you're doing a show, your stomach is already so small. You're so out of routine.
Yep.
You're so dehydrated that it does just kind of change everything.
Yep. Build up. I saw too that someone I thought was interesting who was doing a bodybuilding routine. I can't remember if I had showed you this. She was taking 2 shots of tequila.
Yeah.
Because apparently dehydrates you.
Yep. It's it's called flushing.
Yeah.
You would, especially it works better for women.
Yeah.
And it really does work in those last areas. So like men, the last area that most guys before a show have to lose is around the tummy.
Yep.
But women deposit fat in weirder ways. Like some women deposit around thighs and butt. Some women more stomach, right?
Yep. Yeah,
so
it depends.
It depends. But either way, it's the whoosh effect, not flushing. The whoosh effect, it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you take like on an empty stomach, basically.
Yeah, empty stomach.
You take one before you go to bed.
Yep.
And it pulls all that water out
all
of
the
it.
extra water out.
Yeah, because fat cells are still a percentage of water, and if you can dehydrate a fat cell, it gives you that
even more
leaner look.
Yeah,
not something to do on a weight loss plan. Like these are people that are already down below like 10% body fat for women, or guys that are below 8-7%, which is incredibly low.
Insane.
Yeah,
insane. Yeah, those bodybuilding people. Could never be me. But proud of you. Happy for those people who do it. And that, again,
your poop knife story is fantastic.
That is an amazing poop knife story. I feel like that feels right coming from a bodybuilder, just with the amount of crazy stuff you guys do eat. And I'm just glad that someone got to experience it. And it's nice that we do have someone that calls in and can confirm that it does work and that sometimes you do need it.
Sometimes you need it.
It's true. It is true. Thank you for calling in. And if you want to call in and leave us a weird secret, you can call in too.
SpeakPipe.
So that's speakpipe.com/weirdandproudpod. Again, speakpipe.com/weirdandproudpod. Always anonymous. You can leave up to 2 minutes. Tell us anything weird. Have you had to use a poop knife? Oh, also that reminded me too, when the ecologist called in, like another like kind of weird, funky job that you wouldn't really think about, like studying mussels and where the fish go. Like that's like a fascinating, weird job.
So interesting, the stuff that they do.
Yeah. So if you have a weird job, something, you forget that like there needs to be a job for, call us in, let us know, or if even suggestions too for any science corner or anything you want James to talk about.
If you finger blasted yourself and sent it to your in-laws.
Yes, please. Yes, we need to hear about it. I hope you guys, again, had an amazing holiday. Hope you have an amazing new year.
Have an amazing new year, weirdlings.
Can't believe it's already.
Come meet us at a show.
January. I know that's going to be coming out soon. We need to get a lot of things
That'll be
together.
part of January. That's a January problem.
Yeah, that's a next year problem.
That's a 2026 situation.
Yeah, that's a next year situation. We love you guys so much. Seriously, thank you so much for the support. As always, we couldn't be here without you. So we love you guys so much.
We love you, and we got to go because Prue is pissed.
And Prue needs attention. Love you so much, weirdlings. Bye. See you next year.